Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be getting into our third and final DIY project with 4 more DIYs that are either inspired by others or that I thought would make a great addition to my current decor collection. And I just didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on it if I were to go out and find it in a store. Because let's be honest, some of that stuff is so expensive. But they're so cute and we really want to add them to our decor collection, but we're all on a budget. So I got you covered. In today's video, we're going to be covering 4 more DIYs that are either comprised of only Dollar Tree items or they're super duper affordable and some Dollar Tree items just sprinkled in there. If you're interested in adding some more staple pieces to your holiday collection, then stay tuned. We're going to be getting right into it right now. In this first project, we're going to be making a small lantern, so we will be needing 4 small 4x6 Dollar Tree frames. So what I'm doing here is I'm just opening them up, taking off the backs, taking out the little piece of paper, and removing the glass piece as well. Before I began painting with the Waverly Antique Wax, I did remove all of those little black pieces that hold in the picture and the glass because we are going to be hot gluing this all back together. So I'm painting the back side of these frames because they are kind of like a white color, and whenever you put this together you are going to be able to see them. So I'm just making them all look like wood basically. So now with just a little bit of hot glue in each corner, I am going to put the glass pieces back into the frames so that this looks a little bit more closed off. Once all the pieces have the glass put back in them, I am going to start attaching the sides. I am putting 2 sides, it's hard to explain. I'm making it so the sides look a little bit more even because these aren't perfectly squared off, or they're not on a 45. You can't get a sharp edge to it. So I am putting 2 frames on the inside of one and then attaching the other one in the same way. I guess just kind of watch. That's really hard to explain. And I apologize that I feel like I'm constantly out of frame here. I am a one-woman camera show. So for the bottom of this, I did decide to use a piece of black foam board, just because it's going to be on a shelf and you're not going to be able to see a whole lot of detail about it. So I am cutting out a piece of foam board that is going to fit into the bottom of that, and I will be hot gluing that in. So once I've gotten this all nice and assembled, I am taking some matte white paint. You could also use chalk paint. I just didn't have any left, so I used matte white paint. And I'm going to be dry brushing the edges of this to make it look like it's got more of a, I guess, distressed look. I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of how it turned out, honestly. I think the slick surface of the picture frames didn't allow for it to, you know, look the way that I wanted it to, and then the paint just kept kind of grabbing onto whatever hot glue had oozed out the sides. So truthfully, if I could go back and do this again, I would leave this off. So if you can make it look better than I did, feel free, but I just kind of wasn't a fan, so I just kind of left it and said, oh well. So for the inside of this, I kind of struggled with what I wanted to do here just because it is kind of small. So I finally settled on this large tree and these two smaller trees. I believe I got the large tree at Walmart, but you can certainly find them at Dollar Tree. And then I got a pack of small trees from Dollar Tree. I also included a little battery operated tea light in there, and it really turned out kind of cute. So it's sitting on my bathroom shelf and it gives like a nice little illuminating glow to that shelf. So for this DIY, I just took 4 of the Dollar Tree canvases and painted them to the color of the character that I wanted. So this first one is going to be brown for Rudolph. The next one is going to be, the top half is going to be red for Santa. Then I'm going to take green for an elf and do the top for his hat and then the bottom for his shirt. And then the snowman, I'm just going to leave completely white because snowmen are white.
mistletoe, and I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first.
And clearly I'm a professional and filmed every single step of this, so I apologize for that. But here is the finished product. I just painted on their little faces, took some little red poofs and green poofs for the elf, and then put a little jingle bell on his hat. I used, what was it called? Cotton balls for the white of Santa's beard and the little white poof on his hat. For the reindeer, I took a giant red poof and used some buttons for his eyes, and then found some sticks outside. And then for the snowman, I just took some ribbon in the buffalo check print and kind of cut it out to where it needed to be for his scarf and for his hat, and used buttons for his eyes and mouth, and then I painted on the carrot. So for this project, I took 2 of the Dollar Tree trays and I broke off either end of them, stuck them together, hot glued the center, and used a popsicle stick to kind of reinforce it. And then I painted both pieces with the Waverly and Antique to get it more of a dark rustic color. I then found 5 of these, what would you call them? Like tiered, not tiered, wine glass looking tea light holders. And I kind of set them up in like a candelabra type of way on this tray. And then I did hot glue them down because I did not want them to accidentally tip over and break, because I do have small children that like to run around the house and knock into things, and yeah, it would have been a mess. So I am hot gluing them down to the tray in, like I said, a candelabra sort of way. And then I'm taking what I thought would be Christmas, like the little bottle brush trees, and putting them in there, but I didn't really like the way that looked. I did get these 3 picks from Hobby Lobby, and I really liked how authentic they looked. Even though they're plastic, they looked a lot better than a lot of the Dollar Tree florals that I see, and this had little pine cones in it, which I love decorating with pine cones. So I took all of these off of the stems and just kind of arranged them in there And then after I got them a way that I liked in there, I took some of the red berry wire decor that you get from Dollar Tree. I clipped off a few small pieces, wound them around my fingers so it was more like a curl, and I just kind of wove them in between the green pieces just to give it like a pop of color. So originally I did have just regular wax tea lights in these, but I did find some Dollar Tree battery operated ones, which I liked. So I popped those in there, and then I styled this on a red placemat that I got from Walmart. So this has to be my favorite DIY out of all of the ones that I did. And I did enlist Josh's help because he is the power tool mastermind. So he helped me by, one, grabbing this palette from work, and two, by cutting it into the shape of a Christmas tree for me. So as you can see here, he just kind of cut the sides off of it, made it look like a Christmas tree. And I went and got these fairy lights from Walmart. These are the, I want to say it's like 15 feet, maybe it's 8 feet. It was $8 and some odd change for this strand of lights, and it is battery operated, and it does have a auto shut off on it too. I think it's on for 6 hours, off for 18. So they're really cool. They do have like 6 or 8 different settings on them, and I did get 2 packs, one for each side. So I just kind of wrap these around on the palette, trying not to get the actual light on the bottom side because that's where it's going to be resting, at least on the bottom rung here, because that's what's going to be touching the table. So I tried my best. I don't know if I really succeeded, but and I tried to space these out as best as I possibly could. But yeah, so I strung this all the way up through the Christmas tree, and at the top I did have to use some Scotch tape to hold the pieces in place because there wasn't much wood for it to hold on to. So, you know, we kind of made it work. Place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll
every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside. We gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents. But it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now. It's like they spell your name. It's insane. Now we're back here once again. Holidays and cheer. But now I got my eye set on you. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow felt I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let my feelings show. Always got you on my mind, but I know this time you're on top of my list. Only wish. And as we decorate the tree, only you and me, I'll be making plans, make you understand. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow felt I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let my feelings show. I've been waiting for so long.
So when I got these lights, the container totally said warm white, but when I first clicked them on, they were completely cool. So I was really confused, but as you can see here, they literally look absolutely no different than the other set. So I think my eyes were just playing tricks on me, because once they warmed up, they totally look the same, and I literally can't tell either side apart from the other.
Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let my feelings show. I've been trying to tell you. Wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I'm no longer going away. Right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let it show. I'm gonna let it show. I'm gonna let it show.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? in Christmas times. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Here we go. All right.
Dance, dance,
Now this
dance,
Christmas, we're gonna dance.
we're gonna
Okay.
dance, dance, dance,
Come on.
dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
I hope y'all enjoyed the 12 DIYs of Christmas. I know I certainly enjoyed making them, and they have certainly made welcoming additions to my decor collection. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I've got a ton of motivating videos coming out in the month of December, including a couple clean with me's, some digital planning, and I'm definitely going to be vlogging our trip to Tennessee. The kids still don't know where we're going, and I am so excited to share that with them. So join us back here all month December. We're going to be posting 2 videos almost every single week. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I post, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.